And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's Watson. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Hyde. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
54, check, 54.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run. Hyde. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run, Cook, and the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. From the gun on 3rd, Watson steps away to his left. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Going deep for high. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back. Yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Down, he's coming. 54. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's just 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, 74 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is alive. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Accelerating, and off he goes. And this results in 6. Touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw. One more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing the quick strip. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Mike, set. Watch the run, watch the run.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He'll buy some, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He's got Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. To try again after the sack, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Come on.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 7. And it'll set him back for 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He's got, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Cousins the thrower, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Check 4. At the 3-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And an alley to run. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there out of Cook. 63 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked down. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Watson now to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of, What's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Here's Watson.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection in their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Yeah. Man, I've been